I keep talking about health. I keep talking about the importance of sleep. I keep talking about the importance of exercise. But many people message and say, hey, Luke, we have a problem being consistent. How do we build discipline? How do we build consistency? Well, first today, I want you to understand why it's important to understand what the meaning of this is. A lot of people have the wrong impression about discipline. Many people think that I should never fail. So let's say you started out a workout program and you missed a couple of days and now you believe you failed, you're not good enough, and you just stop it. Many people believe that consistency means that, let's say you're consistent for 1 week with your walks, and then you have a 2-day break because life comes in the way, or you went for a holiday, and now you're like, I can't be consistent anymore. For 13 years, I've been coaching patients. While we can give them the best diet plan, while we can manage the side effects of their medicines, we can address root causes of their problems. One of the most critical points is to teach them how to be consistent with the small things. And the one thing I've learned is most people fail in consistency when it comes to consistency is because when they stop being consistent with someone or with something, they just give up. They're like, this is not for me. I'm not good enough. It's okay. Let's search for something else. We need to understand that consistency doesn't mean you're going to get it right every single day. It means that, hey, I got 3 meals right today. Maybe tomorrow 1 meal may not be great, but hey, you can still be consistent with the next meal and the next meal. So the whole change really has to first happen in your mind. If I had to ask all of you to reflect right now in your relationships, in your workplace, when it comes to your health, that could be your nutrition, your sleep, your exercise, your emotional wellness practices. Where are you not consistent right now? Think about it. Where do you think you would get better with consistency? Some of you may say with my bedtime. Some of you may say with my meditation practice. Some may say with my prayer. Some may say with my planning. Some may say with my workouts. Everyone will have a different reason. And now all I want you to do is take the first step. Break it down. If there's anything that's worked for our most successful clients, they've broken down their big goals into small goals, small wins. I have a player 4 years ago in the Indian cricket team, met with an accident, had to go through rehab. Rehab was the most painful part in his life, and I'll tell you why. He could only take 1 step at a time physically. He had hurt his knee, his calf muscle, meniscus. He could take only 1 step. And the lesson I learned through him going through physiotherapy and a great physiotherapist is that 1 step every day was the first step towards his healing. After a week, the 1 step became 2. 2 became 3. 3 became 4. And now he plays full-fledged cricket again. But for us, we think, what's the point if I can just do 1 push-up? What's the point? I can only do half a pull-up. What's the point? I can only walk 20 minutes. Hey, you can walk 20 minutes, which means tomorrow it can be 22. A week later, it can be 25. So we forget the power of compounding. When it comes to consistency, I also try to teach people about compounding. We know the power of compounding your money. We know the power of compounding SIPs. Compounding. I see people in the gym say, oh, I couldn't do the extra rep. It's all right. Maybe you did just 2 reps today. What makes you think you want to do the 3rd rep 4 days later? But you see, we want to achieve the big goal. And when we can't achieve the big goal, our minds prepare us to give up. Because the human mind is such that it doesn't like failure. Let's say I ask you to run a 5K right now and you can only do a 2K. But you don't like that feeling of failure. The next time you try to run a 5K, your mind's going to remind you, protect you. You don't like that feeling. Our own mind can become the biggest obstacle, which is why break down the 5K run into 2K. Achieve 2K. Feel good about it. That message goes to your subconscious mind and your brain. Celebrate it. 2 weeks later, you'll run 3K. Another 2 weeks later, you'll run 5K. Most people who have come to us, even with a stage 4 cancer or deadly diseases, their path back to recovery has been slow and steady. And the ones who are desperate for everything to happen quickly will spend money flying to different countries, to different treatments, and doing everything out of desperation. Not understanding that sometimes small steps is all the body needs to recover. So most of us are not consistent because we don't like that failure point. The most successful people in the world fail, but they start again. They miss out, but they come back on track. So my message to you is, come back on track. You missed a workout today, no big deal. Come back on track tomorrow. You got a meal wrong today, get the next meal right. Come back on track. Couldn't meditate in the morning, meditate in the evening. Come back on track. And by you doing this consistently builds consistency. All of you, are you consistent with brushing your teeth? Why? Why? It's in your subconscious mind through repetition. Repetition, repetition, and repetition. So I'm sure as a kid, many times you would have not brushed your teeth in the night, missed out on it, but after a while we don't do that because repetition, repetition, and repetition puts it into our subconscious mind, and I don't have to remind you to be consistent about brushing your teeth. So get now into relationships. If we are not consistent with the way we're supposed to behave in a relationship, the relationship starts to have problems. If you built a beautiful relationship by appreciating your partner, by doing things for your partner, and the relationship was great at that point, and all of a sudden you lost consistency, forgetting to appreciate, forgetting to say the nice things, what do you think is going to happen to the relationship? It's going to start falling apart. But you start to get consistent with what built it, appreciation, doing things together, it builds up again. So consistency is that magic word. We don't need intensity. We do not need complication. We need consistency. When it comes to your health, today too many people are chasing large goals. Too many people want results too quickly. And that's why they can't be consistent with the basics. Most people chasing diet plans, changing doctors, all of those things, they never really reach anywhere because they haven't learned to be consistent with the fundamental basics of the human body. So now again, I want you to think, what is it in your life that you think, if I get a little more consistent with this, my relationship can get better, my health can get better, my fat loss can get better, my healing can get better, my business can get better, my work can get better. That's the only question I want you to reflect on. What is it that I should get consistent with? Can we get consistent with appreciating people? Not flattering, appreciating. Can we get consistent with being grateful for things? Thankful to people? Can we get consistent with prayer? Can we get consistent with every time there's a negative thought? You can't stop it, but you can put a new thought in. That, hey, okay, I got this. I'll be fine. I'm good. I'm safe. I'm amazing. I'm strong. No toxic positivity. Just consistent with moving a negative to a positive. So what can you get consistent with that will change your life? And remember the power of compounding. It works for everything in life, not just money. A lot of people come and say, hey, Luke, I can't do 30 push-ups. Okay, how many can you do? 2. Great. It's a good start. If you can do 2, you can do 3. If you can do 3, you'll eventually do 10. If you can do 10, there's no reason why you can't do 25. If you can do 25, there's no reason why you can do 30. Now, that may happen over time for some people. But for some people very dedicated and disciplined, they'll probably do it in 5 days. The difference is your mind. You can put a longer target for you and reach your goal. You can put a shorter one if you have a strong mind and not give up when you can't do the 15th push-up. So the whole point is today people are struggling with consistency. You're binge watching Netflix, you're doom scrolling or scrolling on social media. It's only going to take you a consistent habit. And when you start to get into that habit, you'll watch episode 1. Consistently put the TV off after episode 1. Watch it tomorrow, episode 2. That consistency will be your practice of hitting the off button on your TV remote. You're scrolling, set a timer. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The timer rings, you stop scrolling. That's how you do it. One day you fail. Maybe you do 25 minutes. Come back on track. So the whole issue is you have to understand that even the most successful people do not get it right all the time. The fittest people do not get it right every time. The healthiest people do not get it right every time. But what they get right is they know how to come back on track as quickly as possible. And this is going to be the game changer for you. Too many of us give up too quickly. Our minds come in the way. I'm not good enough. This is not for me. Maybe I'll find something else because our minds are all over the place. Be consistent. Remember the power of compounding. Today you did a 15-minute workout, be consistent with 15 minutes for a week. After a week, you'll make it 20. Then you'll make it 25, but break it down into small goals, into small wins, because you can celebrate them along the way, and that's how they compound into bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger wins. Have a great day, everyone, and peace be with all of you.